Imagine a book so mysterious that no one in centuries has been able to read it. This is not the plot of a fiction novel, but the real-life enigma of the Voynich Manuscript. Bound in vellum, the manuscript tantalizes with its bizarre illustrations and undecipherable script, posing a formidable challenge to linguists, cryptographers, and historians alike. As we navigate through its perplexing pages, we embark on a scientific odyssey to unravel what might be one of the most puzzling artifacts in human history. The Voynich Manuscript was catapulted into the limelight of the scholarly world when it was purchased by Wilfred Voynich in 1912. Its history, however, stretches back to the early 15th century, indicated by radiocarbon dating of the vellum. Despite its age, details regarding its ownership and origin before Voynich remain sparse and speculative. Voynich himself claimed that the manuscript had been owned by Emperor Rudolf II of Germany, who believed it to be the work of Roger Bacon, an English philosopher. This assertion, while intriguing, has not been definitively proven, and adds another layer of mystery to the manuscript's past. The Voynich manuscript is notable not only for its textual content, but also for its physical form. Measuring approximately 23 by 16 centimeters, the manuscript consists of about 240 vellum pages, although it appears some have been lost over time. The pages are richly illustrated with enigmatic diagrams and figures, ranging from botanical drawings to astronomical charts. The manuscript's binding and vellum suggest a craftsmanship that dates back to the medieval period, indicative of the high value placed on the book by its creators. The quality of the materials suggests the involvement of affluent patrons or a significant cultural importance at the time of its creation. At its core, the Voynich manuscript is famous for its written content, which is composed in an unknown script that no one has yet managed to decipher. The language, if it indeed is one, does not match any known linguistic patterns or symbols. The illustrations provide a visual mystery as well. They depict various natural elements and celestial diagrams, but many do not correspond to known species or celestial configurations, leading some to speculate about the possibility of coded information or lost knowledge contained within. From the time of its discovery, the Voynich manuscript has attracted cryptologists and scholars, all trying to unlock its secrets. Early efforts were based largely on classical cryptography methods, which attempted to find a direct linguistic decryption of the text. In the modern era, tools have evolved. Cryptologists and computer scientists have employed statistical analysis and even machine learning to try to interpret the manuscript. However, all efforts thus far have led to incomplete or contested conclusions, leaving the manuscript as cryptic as ever. Linguists have analyzed the characters and syntax of the Voynich script, noting its structured order and consistent use of certain recurring symbols. This regularity suggests that the manuscript could indeed represent a coherent language or code. Statistical analyses, such as those examining the entropy and frequency of the script, compare favorably with those of natural languages. However, no definitive linguistic family or analogs have been convincingly identified, leaving many to wonder if the manuscript is an example of a constructed language or a sophisticated cipher. Historically, the Voynich manuscript has been approached as a candidate for cryptographic deciphering, fitting into the broader history of code breaking. Various techniques, from frequency analysis to more sophisticated decryption algorithms, have been applied to its text. Despite these efforts, the manuscript resists straightforward cryptographic interpretation. This resistance could suggest an advanced cipher or a completely different form of hidden communication, pushing the boundaries of traditional cryptography. Theories regarding the Voynich manuscript's origins are as varied as they are imaginative. Some scholars suggest it might be a pharmacopoeia or a treatise on nature, written in a purposefully obscure language to protect its secrets. Others propose more exotic origins, such as a document created as a sophisticated medieval or Renaissance hoax. There are even more speculative views, including the idea that the manuscript could be of extraterrestrial origin or the product of divine inspiration, though these remain on the fringes of credible academic debate. The Voynich manuscript has not only intrigued academic circles, but also captured the public imagination, appearing in novels, documentaries, and theories across the internet. Its undeciphered text and peculiar illustrations make it a perennial topic of interest in discussions on historical mysteries and cryptographic challenges. In academia, the manuscript is a cross-disciplinary magnet, attracting experts in linguistics, cryptography, history, and art, all drawn to its mysteries as a means of testing the limits of their respective fields. Recent approaches to deciphering the Voynich manuscript have employed advanced computational techniques, including artificial intelligence. Machine learning models, such as neural networks, have been trained to recognize patterns and structures within the text that might elude human researchers. Furthermore, unsupervised learning techniques are being used to cluster similar data points, potentially unveiling hidden structures or meanings that could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the manuscript's content. The mystery of the Voynich manuscript is perhaps best approached through interdisciplinary collaboration. Comparative linguistics can provide insights by comparing the manuscript's text to various global languages, while historical cryptanalysis could offer methods for deciphering its possibly coded messages. Such collaborative efforts could amplify our understanding not only of the manuscript itself, but also of the broader historical and cultural context in which it was created. Drawing parallels with bioinformatics, some researchers have suggested that techniques like DNA sequencing could be metaphorically applied to the manuscript. By analyzing the genetic structure of its language, we could potentially uncover its origins or group it with known languages or scripts. Phylogenetic tools, often used to trace the evolution and relationships between biological species, could similarly help place the manuscript within a family tree of languages, offering new perspectives on its enigmatic contents. Chemical analysis of the manuscript's inks and pigments has been undertaken to help date and place its creation. Such studies can reveal information about the geographical and historical context of the materials used, which could in turn provide clues about the manuscript's origins. Spectral imaging techniques have also been applied to uncover any hidden text or alterations, offering further insights into its history and the intentions of its creators. From a psycholinguistic standpoint, the Voynich manuscript presents a fascinating case study in the cognitive processes involved in creating such a complex and enigmatic text. Understanding these processes could shed light on the mental world of its author or authors. Sociologically, the manuscript affects how we perceive ancient texts, influencing both academic inquiry and public interest. It challenges our understanding of past knowledge systems and the limits of historical documentation. The application of information theory to the Voynich manuscript could help determine the entropy and information content of its text, assessing whether it contains a meaningful message or simply a random assortment of symbols. Algorithmic complexity could also be explored to ascertain whether the patterns observed in the manuscript could have been generated by simple or complex computational processes, providing insights into the sophistication of its creators. Art historians analyze the Voynich Manuscript's illustrations through iconographic analysis, attempting to understand their possible meanings and how they correlate with the text. Comparing these illustrations with contemporary works could reveal artistic and cultural influences, providing a visual context to this enigmatic text. As technology advances, tools like quantum computing could play a pivotal role in deciphering the Voynich Manuscript. The potential of such technologies, combined with ongoing interdisciplinary collaboration, holds promise for future breakthroughs. The manuscript not only stands as a testament to human creativity and curiosity, but also as a challenge to modern science and technology, inviting us to rethink the boundaries of what is knowable in the historical and linguistic sciences.